GM, good morning. Welcome to Money Monday. Great to see you all. And yeah, how beautiful. Welcome to 2026. GM to that. Awesome. Let's start out with the quote of the day. It says, choose a job that you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. Choose a job that you love. You'll never have to work a day in your life. Confucius. Confucius. What a man. What a hard thinking man. Collective thinking. And man, not enough people follow this advice here, huh? It's a job you love and you'll never have to work a day in your life. You know, when we get into the groove of marketing things, I definitely feel like we're not working. Like we're just showing cool people cool stuff to get a cool result, and it just keeps getting better. And yeah, anyway, we got the work of building our portfolios, which we're all supposed to do, but then we also got the work of helping new people to do it. Because if someone didn't help us, where would we be? So it's that continually pay it forward type of deal, right? So GM to that. And when you're moving and grooving and you're actually doing it and you're talking to 5, 10 people a day about it, like there's just so much activity going on that there isn't time to goof around with the news and drama and rumors and gossip. No, there's way too much important work to do. So that's what I mean when we say choose a job that you love. You love helping people. Um, and this is probably going to be the easiest job you ever have. It'll be hard because you got to develop some skills, but it'll be easy because it's something very rewarding and fun to do. Okay, so something else I wanted to show you guys. Inside of the Investor Secret Network, I am now a Power Up Level 2. I'm coming for you. There's a bunch of badges to earn. Actually, what's his name? Jason. Dang. Jason's number 1 with points, and Linda's number 2. Michael, Benjamin, Tracy, 3, 4, and 5. Just to get in the top 50, you need 197 points. So that's cool. Should be getting it real soon. All right, something else. Here's what we're going to be doing moving forward. We have 2 things. One, we're bringing back Thrivin Thursday. So, GM to that, Thriving Thursday. Um, we talk about all kinds of things on Thriving Thursday. It could be real estate, contracts, negotiating. It could be communication, how to write effective emails, how to do high level networking, how to write a book, how to get on a podcast. There's gonna be all kinds of stuff on Thriving Thursday, and of course, helping people join Renatus, see the vision, get educated, build their portfolio, get their deals. But what we're going to start doing here, instead of doing it on the Zoom, which I like the Zoom is good, but I think it could be better. So one way I think it's going to be better is by storing them longer inside of the platform we need to log into every day, and then giving you points for watching them. Because if you just come to the Zoom, great, but how does the system know and reward you for that? So since they're not connected, we changed it. We're going to be doing it inside of here. So, for example, when you come into the dashboard in Investor Secret Network, if you want to find it fast, so there's this whole thing on, click on show right here. So if you want to go to filters, filter it out to show, here's the 4 shows. And so each time we make an episode here, This is where it will be. This is where we'll store it. And then, so right now we just got a placeholder. But then we'll be able to start our conversations here. Oh, that's cool. Converse. Oh, someone's joining the call. Converse here. GM. Nice. Okay, so then you can reply to that or make a new one. And then each episode will just be built inside of here. So then when you finish watching it, you say, "Yep, I watched it." Ding, you get your point for the day. Remember, you get points for logging in. You get points for interacting with other students, making posts, answering questions, watching classes, taking quizzes. You get points for all that stuff. Okay. Pretty sweet. So again, if you want to just filter it out, come to the filters, click on show. 1, 2, 3, 4 will all be right there. But there's a lot of stuff in here as well. So anyway, I want to remind everyone that the point behind this is to sell more Renatus education, to sell more combos. You know, explaining to a few people who are joining the Investor Secret Network with us. Over the weekend, I was talking to them, and a few of them have their Renatus education, some don't. So, of course, it's a great spot for everybody. But the people who don't have it, I was telling them that, you know, this is a great starting point, but I don't want to paint a picture that this is all you're going to do. You still have to buy your Renatus education, get your one-on-one coaching, get your group coaching, get your 90 classes. What is it again? If we got 90 classes and we're paying 26,000, we're looking at 280 bucks a class, just about 280 bucks a class. So when I started thinking about like, yeah, you're going to pay for this big old bundle, 26 grand, 35 if you don't get the discount. So you're paying $300 to $400 a class, right? Let's just be most accurate. We're at 35,000 divided by our 90 classes, so 390 bucks a class if you don't get the discount. Then I started thinking like, okay, if you already have your education from Renatus, you've got your 500 plus hours of content. Let's go. Let's get it all watched, consumed, digested, turn it into action. But then the people who are just Investor Secret Network members, they're not in the Renatus membership yet. That's where we want to get them. Well, I mean, we want to get them there because that's where we can serve them the most, but that's also where the challenges are going to take place. We've seen so much success with the challenges that this is the best way to move forward. Success in two categories. One is making sales. We just had a bunch of people become 1-star, 3-star, and 5-star because of the last challenge. But then also, it gets people doing deals. And then if you have a deal, then you go and tell someone about Renatus, and yes, it's working. Then it's easier for you to talk again, and it just keeps spurring that whole business flywheel. You got to get it going one way or another. When we're just without the challenge, you have to be self-motivated, and some people aren't. Some people weren't given that framework and that skill set. They're always motivated by a pay clock, by a paycheck. You'd be motivated by something more than that. Like achieving your dreams, or at least getting a benchmark towards your dreams, like your first deal or your next deal. So when we have these deadlines, these start and stop, people know how much time, how much work they can put into it, and they know when the schedule is going to change and it's going to ease up again. And so by watching how many students do a deal because of the challenge, then we've got to keep doing the challenge. But then how many of our referral partners, students sending new students, are making new sales because of the challenge, then we gotta double emphasize this. So the next one starts, and I believe you get a discount. Mitch was putting something in there about discounts for people who have already taken it. Oh, and GM to all of you for joining here. Okay. Where's the date though? Anyway, there'll be a discount coupon code as well, to do these challenges. But here's the thing. Let's say you get someone into the Investor Secret Network because they're checking it out. They want to look, they want to know. They hear about all these cool things they can take with us. Um, then they hear about the challenge. They see all the posts. They come, they see all the communications and everything that's happening in here. They cannot do the challenge until they have their Renatus education. So since their Renatus education is mandatory for them to get the challenge, but the challenge will help them pay off their education, we're just making sure we're putting the cart, after the horse. Too many people want to do it the other way around. Got to get them in the network, get their Renatus education, then get them in the challenge. Then they do their deal, make their profits, pay off their education, and now you're in profit mode all the way, 100%, and you just keep going. You're like Bill, and you get 200 deals done. So you're like Dane, you get 200 deals done. Awesome. So just to clarify for those of you who just joined us, we're going to be doing a new streaming for the morning calls. So we're going to be putting it into our Investor Secret Network. In the courses, come over to show, and you got your classes in here. So soon, this Zoom is going to go away. We won't be doing the Zoom this way anymore. We'll still be able to see your comments, your questions. Like I'll have this up, I'll have this stream up so that as you're doing different things, as you're making your comments, your conversations, I'll see them right here, just like I would on Zoom with your different chats and conversations. So I'm going to be starting that next week. So this week we're filling everything up, making sure that when you go through it, that you get the points for it. And it goes into the leaderboard stuff. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Stuff just keeps getting better, folks. Okay. So anyway, yeah, I want you to take advantage of that. And then the next workshop that we're going to be doing, we talked about last month, was about fractional real estate. And so that looks like it's going to be January 24th. January 24th. Okay. Sweet. Correct. The call with Mr. Schneider on Mondays is going to stay the same. And Yeah, CGM to all of you.
Is Johnny in the bathroom?
We're also going to start making different puzzles and different games, different ways of thinking to get your brain thinking about solving problems, doing deals. So the first one is this one right here. It's called Mogul, the game. So you come into this and you can play this, and it'll give you scenarios, and you need to solve them. And so we're also going to be doing different things about red flags. Spot the red flag in this deal, or just different things to keep your brain going in the right mode of being the problem solver, being the CEO, being the deal maker. So, yeah, it's going to be awesome. Got the next challenge coming up soon. Round two of that. Yes, it's going to be good. And so the whole idea is to make sure that you guys get the results that you're after, right? You want to make not just a deal, but you want to make a lifestyle change with real estate and have it be a career, not just that thing you did once and then you're back at your job mopping the floors again. You want a whole lifestyle shift. It's going to take commitment. It's going to take daily engagement. It's going to take the the desire to show up and support others, and making it to where it's 24/7, right? It's not just on Thursdays or one Saturday a month. It's 24/7. Come in here, use the chats, use the rooms, use the spaces, watch the classes, and it's AGN. And thank you, Josh. This is just my winter beard. Okay, it will be going away after winter. Yep. Yep. One of those things. Okay. So, I'm really excited to share some results that Bill and I are getting from some of our email campaign stuff. So, we'll be going over that soon, not today, but soon. Because if it works, then we'll show you how to copy us. And if it doesn't work, then I'm not going to waste your time. So, but the point is that um, there is no better income opportunity than Renatus. That's the point. Try to find another one. I know a lot of people will say, well, multifamily real estate. Sure, but you could do multifamily real estate while marketing, right? You could still be building up your portfolio while building up a community, while building up a network, and getting paid to do all of it. So I've often thought about how doing the Renatus Wealth Cycle is like filling in these giant holes that are in your business. Let's see if I can pull up a whiteboard real quick. And then if anyone's got any questions or comments or want to chat, let me know. Okay, so here's how I look at it. Here is your business. Here's you. And you take up this much space. But there's a few more people that you need in your business. You need a contractor, you need an attorney, you need an agent, you need a CPA, you need a landscaper, you need an architect, you need an inspector, you need a lender, and another lender, and another lender. Let's see, who else? You need an appraiser, you need an engineer, you need a Guido, security detail, you need the plumber. Okay, all of these guys and gals, bookkeeper, you're going to have to pay. The money has to come out and go to them for their services. right, for their products, services, and what they do to engage with your business. So when the Renatus Wealth Cycle comes along, we talk about, hey, you can use the education. Use the education, sell the education. Our education makes people money. That's why we play this game. So all these people, where's my fancy pen? There we go. So if I'm going to work with my CPA or I'm going to work with my agent, I I just make it so it's I mean the last several it's actually been mandatory. At the beginning I was a little looser on it, but now it's mandatory. If you aren't a Renatus education holder, I will not use you for my listings. And this last realtor in Tennessee was like, "What? I don't even like." He'd never been to a meeting, um, right? He hadn't watched any webinars. I took him to a restaurant, got a napkin sketch, showed him velocity banking, said, "You need to take these classes, and I'm not going to do the deal unless you're a member of my network." And he was like, "How much is it to join?" And I was like, "It's $2,400." And he was like, "Huh, okay." And then he just bought it. Now, then we did our deal. He made like 6 grand on the deal, and but my point is, I made some extra money because he was going to make money anyway doing the deal. But because he's now educated, or at least he bought the classes, I got paid. Now I'm working with a couple handyman and an engineer, talking to them. The point about this is you can use it to make money, you can sell it to make money, but all these people are going to need training anyway. Oh, that's supposed to be a smiley face. So it's extra work. I get it. But it's also way more pay because then these people are around a lot longer. They get your approach, your understanding. Um, they're going to be more successful because now they're getting educated and watching their classes. You got more in common than just, um, vendor operator. So your business can get bigger and bigger and bigger the more you enroll people in the program. Okay. So thinking about how ISN is a great catch-all, put people in there, right? It's $1 the first month, $100 a month after that. But then in order to do the challenges and get all the extra coaching support, one-on-one, everything else, you got to buy your combo. So here's the other part to make this easy. Depends on how you want to use it, but essentially, um, here's how I would sell. Here's how I sell when I don't have a meeting to put someone into. Is I use this pregame, the first flip challenge pregame. So if you start the conversation about the challenge and how they're going to get a result from it, um, then when they come in here for the pregame, now this is what's telling them all about who we are, what we do, how they can get the most out of the challenge. Everything you were taught in elementary school, middle school. And now I got Mitch Nelson on demand right here. I don't have to go and wait for Thursday night. I got him right here. So I start putting people through this, and just like they were sitting in on Thursday night listening to him share about velocity banking, how to do no money down deals, this, that, and the other. But now I get it right here on demand. So I'm going to have them watch this. They're going to go through each of these to unlock the bonus content. They'll go through all that. But by the time it's done, they'll know about the cost of the Renatus program. They'll know about the schedule, the expectations that we have for them as a student. And then I just got to follow up with them the next day and ask them to buy. If they don't know how to pay for it, then we'll go, through the HELOC, 401k, billing, all the ways we can go for it. And if they aren't convinced, they say, all right, well, click on here, click on this, watch this video, watch that video, and we'll talk in another couple days. Because remember, the thing is about urgency, and it's like reminding them, like, hey, the deals are out there, they're churning and burning, and we watch people do so many deals. When are you going to do yours? Hurry up! You got to get educated. Got to watch your class. Come on, come on, come on! And creating that urgency is what's going to get them to take action. That action will get them a result. And so, by helping people get more results out of life, you create more value. You're going to get paid more. Is this the short version of the epic? No, this is the long version. The pregame. This is the long version. It's like 3.5, almost 4 hours. And the cool thing is that they can't skip ahead. So they have to watch Wealthy Mindset, Start Buying Real Estate, Wealthy Use Business System, Save on Taxes, Velocity Banking, how to start doing this. And once they've finished all that, then they can watch Retire Young, Retire Wealthy, which is a 50-minute class. Requirements for the First Flip Challenge, which is a 90-minute class. And that's really where we go into the Renatus packages. Okay. And the point is that they're now in this ecosystem. Cool. There's your newsletter too. Anyway, they're in this ecosystem now. And so are you. And the point is, I want to make sure that you're taken care of, that, when you have a question and you post it onto the recording on the YouTube channel, it doesn't get seen nearly as much as the questions inside of these Investor Secret Network spaces. Okay. There we go. January 15th, First Flip Challenge, Season 6, launch party, and Mitch Nelson's birthday. Wow, that's going to be fun. Then January 21st is accountability call. And there's recipe. Awesome. Sell a house, property deals. Oh yeah, then we had the talent show. That was awesome. Okay, so there you go. What a nice little newsletter there for you. Okay, English and Spanish. G into that. Okay, so use this link, forward people, get them in here, have them watch the, where is it? Back to the dashboard. Have them watch the pregame. Mitch will sell them and tell them all about Renatus pregame challenge. They'll go through all that. And then honestly, if they don't go through that, or they don't pay the dollar to join the first month, either one of two things has happened. Either you have completely dropped whatever ball was in your hands, whatever opportunity was there, or the person really does not want to go fast. When we're looking around at what ISN Renatus offer. The results, 20,000 students, 15 years A plus, blah blah blah, all the things. You say, come try it for $1. And they say no, and be like, what are you doing then? Where else can you even get this level of support for even $100? Right? The regular monthly fee. Where else can you find this? It's not common. Um, so anyway, what's the harm? Right? Because part of their questioning, and you got to be thinking about this too for you. What's the harm? $1 to see if this is real? Um, I need to talk with Mitch and see if we're offering a money back guarantee. That would be funny. I don't think so. That would be funny though. Yeah, look at something. Anyway, questions, comments, concerns, ideas. There will also be extra bonus points for incredible memes that are posted as well. Um, you can scroll through my past ones.
Hey, maybe I missed it at the beginning of the call. Um, is the time changing when we're meeting on your call on Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays?
No, no, the time won't change.
Just the way we meet.
Correct.
Yeah,
So
the
can
ASN calendar doesn't update for different time zones.
Oh, what time zone is it in?
Mountain.
Okay. Thank you.
So da, 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 da. So I know you're on the Zoom now, but if you weren't on the Zoom and you were in this video player watching this,
And is this how we can rewatch also? Because I have someone who would love to be on this calls, but it coincides with work, so he can't.
yeah, exactly. So they can come in here, and then if they have questions, they'll type in, I have a question.
Mm.
Pregunta. Okay, let's see. So then I'll come in here while we're doing the stream. I'll have this open. So as you guys are writing questions, comments, this is live. Since you're on the Zoom, I'm guessing not everyone is in here. But that's what this is for, these discussions. And then, as the catalog gets bigger and bigger, and be like, oh yeah, Michael talked about this thing on this episode over here, and the new student can go and watch it here inside the Investor Secret Network instead of having to go to YouTube or Facebook, which are all just distraction, productivity killers, kind of thing. So that's the idea. If you figure out better ways to do it, then by all means, we want to know if you've thought of something else. If it's something's broken, let us know right away. If something's glitching out, you're supposed to be able to click this and it does that. Let me or Mitch know right away, and we will fix it because that's what we're here to do. And then also in the dashboard in here, we're going to make a space. So we'll figure that out. But I want everyone to come in here every day and just get in the habit of every day coming in here, because habits are what build our results. So yes. Good morning, Zen GM. Hi.
Good morning. I just had a quick question. I got the ISN text blast that comes from Mitch, and it talked about the Thursday something call with Dane, but it's also during the same time as his mastermind. So I was checking to make sure that I was clear on it because it says live on Zoom, but isn't that just his mastermind that he does on Thursday nights at the college? Is that what that is? And then he's featuring him, or is that a separate thing?
Got a comment on that. It's Michelle.
Okay, tell us.
As far as I know, the Zoom, like once you pay the $1 and you do the 97, you get live Zoom just for the mastermind only, not Mitch's presentation.
Hey, Michael, can I say something?
Dane being in there, it might be on Zoom as well.
Interesting. Okay, yeah. What's up,
Hello?
Josh? GM.
Yeah, I talked to Mitch. Dane is doing the mastermind, the ISN AIT mastermind on Thursday night, and Mitch is doing the presentation. They're two different things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
But
you.
the Zoom, but the live Zoom with Dane should be for the mastermind where he'll be at, or Dane will be.
10-4.
So
Perfect. Thank you.
yeah, so he's gonna come do the in-person Thursday night, but he's also doing the Wealth Wednesday morning call, just like we have been doing.
Awesome. Thank you for the clarity. Appreciate it.
Yeah, now bring a bunch of people to it. I've also used a powerful technique called the headlock. You just like grab their head and only let go once they're in the room. No, I'm just kidding. But essentially, think about. I just like to think about the opportunities missed and how that motivates me to make sure I don't miss any more. Like if you think about how many properties you could have bought for a fraction of today's price, or how much you could have bought of gold a year ago, or silver a year ago, or whatever. So it's just in me is kind of like this: hurry up, because a year from now you're going to look at it and go, "Damn it!" 2 years from now you're going to look at it and go, "Ah, I should have." So you're going to do that to yourself. You're going to also do that as a service to others. And some people are going to be like so grateful that you just kept at them and kept at them. Come on, join, come to the meeting, come to the class, come to the tour, listen to the call. And eventually, some will say yes and they'll buy it. And I'll go, oh my God, I can't believe I ignored you for so long. And yeah, so you'll make a friend and a paycheck. It'll be awesome. Okay, what else? So we have and then you put on everyone put on their calendar January 24th, the Saturday workshop. I want you to attend it as someone new with fresh eyes. Hey, do you like this content? And then also you can bring guests to it. And if you like the content, you like how it's delivered, then maybe we'll make a mini class about it. But we're trying to make it more appealing, more attractive to more people. So anyway, looking forward to that.
When will that post on the calendar for the ISN? Because
I need
it's
to
not
get
in.
into the
It's not in there.
calendar stuff for this. That's good. Good call, Deborah.
I asked Mitch before about being able to change the calendar to time zones so that it's so confusing. I bounce back and forth. Mountain time, Pacific time, Eastern time, Central.
Oh, and it doesn't.
It doesn't, yeah, it doesn't. But sometimes when you actually click on the event, it will show in my times, but only sometimes, which is really strange.
Do you use a VPN?
I do, and the VPN gives me a hard time.
Yeah, same with. Yeah, only like half the stuff loads when I have my VPN turned on. So, but I will bring up the time zone thing because that's super annoying. We'll get the workshop updated and then the process for these morning calls. And remember to keep the vision alive of what you're working towards, what life will look like when you have 10, 20, 50, 100 properties paying you, when you're completely debt free, when your kids are debt free, when your neighbors are debt free. When you're getting a more cash flow coming in than you need, and you look around and things are just going your way. That might take you 90 days or 900 days. You gotta keep going though. It's absolutely worth it. And you guys, I was getting into a little technical conversation with Scott Rowe one day about hot and cold, and that cold actually doesn't exist. Are you guys familiar with this? Cold is not a thing. It's English laziness, to make a contrast. But there's no such thing as cold. There's heat and there's the absence of heat. Okay, there's no, this is cold. There's no heat here. So you guys get the difference now? Okay, so there's heat and then the absence of heat. So when I think about that and I think about why we're working so hard as entrepreneurs, building our business, building our networks, building our skills, is because you have to make that heat. Okay. Otherwise, if you don't keep making that heat, that absence of that heat is what that cold feeling is. Everything will just be consumed by that. You have to be in charge of keeping that fire alive, keeping it going, adding flames, adding fuel. Otherwise, it's going to get choked out, right? The other part that helps keep me motivated to make phone calls and analyze deals and help new people see it too is have you, and I get to hang out with a really unique group of people, so sometimes I forget. But have you ever had to look at when you go to the grocery store, or know someone who had to look at the grocery store, look at their paycheck and their list and the pricing, and have to just cross off like half the stuff? Like, nope, we are not getting cheese today. Oh, no, thought I was getting a gallon of milk. We're getting a half a gallon. I thought I was going to get this, but nope, just carrots today. And just like your life choices getting so restricted because of your dollar choices. That's what I'm talking about. The cold coming in and like what's the word? I want to say like encapsulating, like snuffing out like a blanket of ice, a cold. What am I trying to say here?
The barrier.
When the candle is lit, the cold or the dark is not that far away. Right? The second the candle goes out, the darkness is back. Right? So the candle only pushes the darkness to the corner of the room so far. But the second candle is gone, darkness is back. That same idea with your entrepreneurship. You're out in the world, you're out in the marketplace, you're drumming up business, you're calling people, you're sending contracts. That's the light on. As soon as you stop, if you stop that, boom, it's dark again. What kind of life are you going to have living in the dark? You're going to have a government paycheck and government groceries and a government phone. Ugh. Government dependency. What an insult. So keep the light on. And by keeping the light on, what do I mean by that? I mean a couple things. One is log in every day and say GM. Watch the classes. Every day you're watching your Renatus classes. Every day you're engaging in the dashboard with your community. You're doing the stuff. Every day is keeping that light on, keeping the darkness away, keeping the heat coming in. And then expanding that, bringing more people. Send them the link, tell them to try it out. If they don't like it, good luck. Find something better. That's cool for you if you do. So anyway, that's my rant. I'm excited, guys. 2026. So many people that need what we have, that are willing to jump, they're willing to buy, they're willing to enroll right now if they knew about it. So this is your opportunity to let them know and make a situation for them and for yourself where you never have to decide to put stuff back on the shelf. When you're at the grocery store, you get it because you want it, not because it doesn't fit the budget. You're only going to get that life by helping others get that life. So that's one thing that I started out with was, my mission, why I work so hard at Renatus, why I want to run a team, help more people, 24/7 with these systems, is because if I help enough people get what they want, I can have everything I want. And it's the same for you. So help me help others. Let's expand the network, watch your classes, make more offers, invite more people. If you got questions, drop them in the chat, drop them in the space, go to the video. I will answer them. And this it's just going to keep getting better. We have some marketing campaigns that are running in the background, so we'll let you know about those as well. But do your war marketing, do the free stuff before you get too complicated and expensive, so to speak. So anyway, January 24th, workshop. January 15th, launch the First Flip Challenge. Mitch Nelson's birthday. Next week, we'll be doing all new video platform. And a few of you scheduled calls with me. Thank you. I had a ton of fun catching up with you and hearing what your goals are and solving some problems. So take advantage of that. Next time we put those links up, we'll schedule some one-on-one time. But for now, unless anyone has something else to add, let's get to work. Let's make the calls, submit the offers, make the invitations, watch the classes, make a difference, do the thing. We'll be here tomorrow for Takeoff Tuesday with Bill Predabon. That guy's always got something interesting. I'm excited to hear what's next. Then we got Wealth Wednesday with Dane, and then Thriving Thursday with Tamara. So stay tuned. Click on the links we send you. Read the newsletters we send you. And post your successes, post your wins in the chats, in the community, in the spaces. Let us know about the deals you're doing. Keep kicking butt. Awesome. All right, everyone. Have a fantastic day. We'll see you in the chats. Bye for now. Mwah.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Michael.